Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. And in today's video, I'm going to be talking about my personal experiences with the MarkBass brand and why I will never own one of those products. I want to keep this as succinct as I can because I don't want this to be a bashing video, and it's not. This is meant as a constructive criticism, although I do expect some big fans of the brand, maybe even the brand themselves, to say, hey, foul play here. This is not fair for you to say. Well, the issue that I'm coming up with here, and this has been in my personal experience. So I wanted to buy one of their old discontinued tube amplifiers because I'm a big tube amp guy. I like to collect big tube amplifiers. That's my hobby. It's called the Classic 300. It was actually a very unique amplifier. It was their response to the Ampeg SVT. And it was a bit of a marketing failure because, one, it was right around that time, about 15, 16 years ago, where big tube amps were kind of falling out of favor for the lighter Class D switching power supply type of amplifiers that weighed almost nothing, and everyone was moving towards that. But the only big tube amplifiers that will probably never die is the Ampeg SVT. But they discontinued it. But it had a lot of really cool features. I thought it was pretty insane. Like, they put a microcontroller inside that monitored all the plate current of the tubes, and that was just really, really cool at the time. But it had its share of issues and everything like that, but yet I still wanted one. This leads me to where I am today, and the biggest issue with MarkBass, which I think is hurting them as a company and why I would never own a piece of their gear. I see a Classic 300 come up for sale on the used market recently, and I was about to make a pass on it, and I wanted to get the schematics, the bill of materials, the parts list, so that in the event that something were to happen to it, I have a schematic that I can work from and I can fix it myself, or I can go to an independent shop in order to have them repair it. As it stands now, you can only bring all their gear to an authorized service center, but this is a discontinued product. You could see here in this email, Marcella said, I'm not going to, we won't give you the schematics or any of those documents because you're not an authorized service center. We also don't support or have any parts in stock for this amplifier anymore, so it's going to be a real challenge for you. Okay, so this is pretty much, it was a terrible buy. I didn't wind up buying the amplifier, but what kind of company just completely orphans their products? I just don't understand that idea. And even more so, the consumer's right to repair, well, they don't believe in that either. So what am I to do? I'm stuck. The company doesn't want to support it. They won't even support the customer by providing documentation that they can potentially go and independently repair the amplifier if they so chose to do so. Instead, they would just say, look, just let it be, let it die, and go buy something new. We don't want you to fix it. That's essentially what they're saying by not providing those kinds of documents. Now, on the flip side of this coin here, I get when a product is new, it's still in production, schematics and stuff like that are going to be held down pretty tight because there's always concern about the designs being copied and things like that, copyright, all that stuff. I get that. But on a discontinued product, why? It's discontinued. You've given up on it. You've orphaned it. It's not doing you any good. You've already gotten whatever sales you got for that product. You're going to just let it die. That's not a company that I would ever want to go and buy anything from or support. I'm at a loss. What are your thoughts? They really have some of the crappiest policies when it comes to serviceability of their products. I'm sure I'm going to catch some hate for saying all these things, but why bother buying anything from them if they're not going to support it even after they discontinue production of it? That's just not right in my mind. You have to still continue supporting the customer. And even if I wanted to get those documents and schematics and find out the same answer they were telling me, that it's going to be a challenge, it's not worth repairing, well, at least I can fail on my own and figure it out for myself rather than someone telling me, look, you're not going to have any success. Well, failure is the best teacher, but you can at least have the opportunity to go and try to repair it on your own. That would be nice. Thanks again for watching, guys. Appreciate it, and hope you subscribe. I'll see you guys in the next video.